heard about the Ladakh issue, let's delve deep and understand what is happening in the following parts. Ladakh before abrogation of Article 370. Prior to 5 August 2019, Ladakh was part of state of Jammu and Kashmir. During this period, the region was governed by J&K Assembly, and its land and job opportunities were protected under Article 370 and Article 35A. These constitutional provisions ensure that only permanent residents of the state could own land or hold government positions. However, many in Ladakh, particularly in the Buddhist majority Leh district, felt that the Srinagar-based state government neglected their development and specific cultural needs. For decades, there was persistent grassroots movement demanding that Ladakh be separated from Jammu and Kashmir and granted the status of Union Territory to allow for direct governance by the central government. The shift, Ladakh after 2019. The abrogation of Article 370 on August 5, 2019 fundamentally altered the region's status. Ladakh was carved out as a separate union territory, a move that was initially met with widespread celebration in the Leh. However, the joy soon turned into anxiety. Unlike other union territories like Delhi or Puducherry, Ladakh was made a UT without a legislature, meaning it has no elected local assembly. Governance shifted from local Kashmiri politicians to a lieutenant governor and bureaucrats appointed from New Delhi. Furthermore, with the removal of Article 35A, the special protection of land and jobs vanished, leading to fears that the region would be opened up to large-scale industrial projects, mining, and demographic changes that could overwhelm the local tribal population. The 4-point agenda and present demands. The current unrest in Ladakh is driven by Leh Apex Body and Kargil Democratic Alliance, who have united to present a 4-point demand to the Indian government. The most critical demand is the inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution, which provides for autonomous district council and that have power to make laws regarding land, forest, and local traditions. The other 3 demands include full statehood, job reservation for the local youth through a dedicated public service commission, and increased parliamentary representation with the separate Lok Sabha seats for Leh and Kargil. These demands are rooted in the fact that over 97% population of the Ladakh is tribal. The core conflict, 6th schedule versus UT status. The primary demand of Sonam Wangchuk and the Ladakh people is inclusion in the 6th schedule. Currently, Ladakh is a union territory governed directly by the central government via lieutenant governor. While Ladakh already has 2 hill councils, these are statutory bodies with limited powers. The 6th schedule would replace or upgrade these into autonomous district council with significantly more constitutional power. Present legal and political reality. The government stand has been that the 6th schedule was specifically designed for the Northeast and extending it elsewhere requires a complex constitutional amendment. However, activists argue that the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes already recommended this for Ladakh back in 2019. Recent developments. The 85% reservation to pacify protesters, the government recently increased the job reservation for the local to 85% and scheduled tribe to 80%. Language protection. The Bhoti language has been given official status, addressing a long-standing cultural demand, the deadlock. Despite the concession, the demand for statehood and the 6th schedule remains a non-negotiable for the Ladakh Apex Body and Kargil Development Authority. Sonam Wangchuk continues to use hunger strike as a moral pressure, arguing that the government has failed to keep the promises made during the 2019 transitions. But here are few primary reasons why the government is hesitating. The first one, strategic and geopolitical sensitivity. Ladakh is a frontier territory that shares highly sensitive, disputed borders with both China and Pakistan. Central control. From a national security perspective, the government believes that a union territory under direct central rule allows for faster decision making regarding troop movement, military infrastructure, and surveillance. Risk of dual power. Granting a local state assembly or a powerful autonomous council could lead to friction between local government and the military during a broader crisis which center views as a major security risk.